Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to Cities in Motion 2. Last episode we built this line here, which, funny enough, a bus just arrives as I say it, the Persian line. And that links up from this new satellite hub here over to this part of the city, just inside the tramway. And, you know, it's running pretty nicely. However, we still have this whole area here of the city which is yet to be connected. And we have a few areas over here, but I'm leaving all of this until I'm happy with the layout of the roads, and then I'll start putting in buses and other forms of transport. And over here, in the main part of the city, we seem to have a tramway that wants to behave itself now. The only issue we have is the Carmine line trams are actually running full, and they are Scandi Tram Nuovos. So I expect it would not be a bad idea to replace all of these trams. So what have we got? We've got the Nuovos on here. They have a capacity of 30. Well, we have these ones here, the City 26, which have a capacity of 34. However, their service quality is rubbish. We have the Scandi Tram Master, still has a rubbish service quality. And in fact, you have to go down as far as the Prospector Royal L to get a decent service quality. However, this is already used on the Alizarin line, so we want something a bit independent and unique. And we've got these ones here, the Tatra 4Ms, which actually look really cool. But I am saving these for the Maroon line, and I actually want to see, because what we're going to do in today's episode is what I've always wanted to do with the tram. And again, I've left the comment section wide open if anybody wants to voice their opinions on it, but I think what I am going to do is divert these tram lines. So the Carmine line will now run this way rather than the direction it currently runs in. And I have a feeling that this would actually make the network better. I just think it would be more popular if it went like this, because we can have this running in a perfect straight line all the way down, and then we can have a small depot at the end here, like so, and then have the tracks run in to the depot like that. I just have a feeling that this will be better than what we've currently got. And then up here, we do something very similar for this line, except we are going to have to change its terminus slightly, but I can't think where. Actually, I have an idea. Let's get rid of these tracks like that, and then build a road. What have we got? This is an avenue, but let's just build a normal road like this. And we'll run that straight over like that, and then we'll run that straight over like that, and then delete that. And then put the basic tram depot in there. I'm actually surprised that fitted, but there you go. And then we'll run that straight over, and then that in like that. So that's that bit done. Now we've got to do these sections. So from here, it's going to run straight down like that, and like that, and like that, to a terminus here, which goes in like that. Again, just pop these like so. And then over here, we have this one which runs straight over like this, and like this, and like this, all the way along to this section here. And then what I'm actually going to do, I think, is maybe not. I was thinking of building a bridge over to this part of the city. And you know, it's not a terrible plan. We've got this bridge here we could always use, but Yeah. I've seen worse, I suppose. We'll do that. I'm not keen on the way it curves around that sharp. So I think what I actually like to do is straighten out. Do we have any metro stations? Yeah, we have this metro station here. All I want to do is make that straighter and then have that curve up and round and away wherever it wants to go. I want to do it without... Ah, it's too late now, it's gone anyway. Right, so let's delete that. We'll move... Is it 3-lane? Yeah. Just want that in a straight line like so. And then we'll have it go up to... It's saying there's not enough space. So what if we cleared out that and that? Let's go from this end. So we'll have it come in a straight line like that and then curve around. See, it's saying there's not enough space, and I have a feeling that is responsible for it. But it'll keep deleting it. What if I add this bit on first? Alright, let's delete all of that. Start from this bit here. So we want that to go to there like so. We then want this one to meet it there. And then this one, let's go from this end again to go like that and then curve around like that. There we go. That looks nicer. Now we can run this track. That looks so much better. I'm probably going to have a similar issue here. Looks like we are, yes. The way we can change that is by rebuilding this bridge, which was something I wanted to do anyway. So we can now have that go in a straight line to... What does that look like if I go like that? That's perfectly where I wanted it. And then we want a straight line like that. So really we're going to have to delete this road and build this going across. Yeah, see, it's found another problem. So if we go like that, and then like that, and then like that. We have a very similar shape now to what the Carmine line does, because that has a curve like this. So we need it to go sort of like there, and then to there, and then like that. That looks good to me. Okay, so let's build this bit. Curve it round like so. Now there's only one stop there, isn't there? Yes. And like that. And then run this all the way up to the top bit here, and we have another basic depot. I think if we do it like that, that should be... There we go. Lovely little straight line across. Right. Now let's go back over to... where does this line come from? Here, isn't it? Yes. And then there's a connection there, so we don't need that one. What kind of things have we got here? Just the tram stop with shelter. Okay. Let's build these stops in, shall we? So we actually have another interchange here if we plan this out properly, but I don't think that's going to happen because I'm going to stagger these stops. Is that far enough away? Oh yeah, definitely. So we'll have that one there, and then this one down this end. And then that one there, and that one down this end. This should help with congestion as well, hopefully. That shelter has brought its way back in, so that's cool. Right, we want one there, and one there, and one there, and one there. Like so. And then we want one at this end, one at that end, and one at this end, one at that end. Yep, one more pair, one there and one there. I'm going to go for the method of one stop here, and that's going to be there. So everybody gets on the tram here, and then it runs into the depot and out again. So that's that one done. What we now want to do is take this depot here. This is the Carmine line, isn't it? Yes. Let's. Smarter thing would have been to start at the depot ends, actually, but there you go. Okay. So we want one. The other stops are there, aren't they? So you want one here and one here, like so. Although let's move that one slightly away from the junction, so we've got a bit more room. There, like that. And then we want one here and one there, like that. And then one here and one there, one here and one there. Hopefully this method of skipping out these blocks will also help when it comes to traffic management. Although now I've said that, I bet it doesn't. Is that too close? That should be about right. One here and the last one there. And again, it's kind of the same idea of stops there, goes into the depot, everybody gets on before it goes into the depot. Although now, nah, that'll do. I was thinking more about behind the scenes things, but I don't think that's going to be that much of an issue. Okay, so now I can change the Carmine line to be this straight line. So let's go into this Carmine line. We'll go into the stops. Let's close the line first. We'll get rid of all of the stops on the list. I think we're actually going to keep what trams we've got already in this depot for this line. We might end up with a bit of a backlog of trams because I think we've now got more than we actually need. But I suppose for our city now that's not such a bad thing. I think that actually does us a favour. Right, so we come over here, we have a stop here. This road's still busy. I'm still going to have to find something I can do with this road. Then we have the stop here, which is the interchange stop, which I can see being quite busy. And then we have the new staggered stops. I mean, really, I could have put a stop at the end of each block. Do you know what? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. I'm so sorry, guys. It feels like I'm messing you around now, but I am actually going to do this idea. So we want one in this gap here, and we want one in this gap here. Then we've already got this one set up, so we want another one there and there. For some reason it's adding them into the list as I'm Well, it was. It's not anymore. Then we've got that one there. And then we've got this one and this one. So this route's going to have a lot more stops, but it also now has a lot more options for picking up passengers. And it has this whole thing of junctions as well. Each junction has a stop on it. And I think, as well as for interchanging as well between lines, that's actually going to be pretty cool. And I'm almost tempted to rebuild these ones as the same. Almost tempted. The only problem being that these stops here are going to be so far apart. So I think on this side of the river I'll leave it as it is. But running through the city centre, we have a nice little setup. Okay, so once we get onto this bridge, it is a perfectly straight line all the way to the end of the line now. So we have a stop there, and a stop there, and a stop there. On there, and there. What this is going to do to the traffic, I have no idea. What this is going to do to the timetable, I also have no idea. This is how you find out though. It's trial and error. That's basically what you have to do. Just try it and see. Right. Couple more and then we're done. I wish there was like a fast forward button I could just click that would make doing this so much quicker. Sadly there isn't. Right, one there, and then we come over the river again. We have one there. I like the fact we've got people waiting at the stops already. They are so optimistic, these people. They think there'll be a tram along any second, and there won't. I could tell you now there won't, because the route isn't even been finished yet. So we have one there, and then a little bit further down. In fact, no, that was the last one, wasn't it? Yes. Done. Awesome. Now we can reopen the line. And I'm going to leave these trams to run, because we're now going to do the same treatment to the alizarin line. So we have these two stops here, which is cool. We're now going to build... Now this is going to be tricky, actually, because I think we're going to have to do one there and one there, like that, and then go into the alternate ones. So we have one there, and then we have one there, and that's that bit done. Now, the alizarin line is going to have a whole new fleet of vehicles, because otherwise these are big vehicles. These are the massive vehicles, the Prospector Royal L, I think they're called. And they're just far too big, and there's also far too many of them, because the alizarin line was the longest line in the network, whereas now it's going to be the shortest line in the network. So that's quite a transition, actually. That is quite a transition. But we are going to have to do this whole rebuilding, rebuying trams. I think we could downgrade to these ones, the Prospector Royal M's, but I don't think these vehicles are going to be all that busy. So I think the rail CADs are actually going to be pretty cool, because it is literally, if I come out of this window a second, in fact, I'm going to remap the route whilst I'm doing this, to give you an idea of just how short this line now is. It is basically a straight line, apart from this little curve at the end here, where it goes into and out of the depot. It is just a straight line. We're also missing some stops that I could put in. And I'm actually going to break with protocol and have one there and one there, and then one there and one there. So it's a small break from the norm in that I've got one very close to the depot, but hopefully these are mapped out so that there won't be a massive queue of vehicles. Right, so we have these ones that run parallel. I'm going to rebuild these, because that looks horrific. This would be to try and get more people on board. Let's try not to destroy the track, just the stops. Like that, and we'll keep that as it was. So that now means we can have that one there, that one there, that one there. I really hope this increases efficiency, because it seems like a really good idea to have this tram stop just before the traffic lights, because then if the traffic lights are red, you can count the stop as waiting at the red light, and then as the light turns green, the tram can pull away from picking up passengers and should be able to go straight through the traffic lights. That's the theory. Whether that actually happens or not, who knows? I'd like to think I'm right though. We'll find out, surely, because I'm sure we'll get to see how the Carmine line is doing in a minute. Right, we are done. Now it's time to map these stops in again. So yeah, I think we need smaller vehicles for this line now. And it's kind of a shame, because I did like the old Alizarin line. It was one of our most popular lines, and it was my personal favourite. But I just think this will help fix, first of all, congestion in general. I know it adds one extra interchange to the list in the city, but I think just having one trunk tram line that carries everybody through the city from north to south, I think that's better than having 3 lines all connecting and diverging again. So the maroon line is now going to become a lot busier than it once was. But I have planned for that, and I have a fleet of vehicles in mind which I think will actually do the good job for us. And there's a whole rebuild that I am planning for the maroon line. Right, so we got the choice of the Railcads or the Livingstons. I think the Railcads. I think 30 of these will be plenty. I think that would be cool, because I can't see all that many people using this line. There's a little bit of an interchange here between the metro and the monorail, which might make this bit a bit busy. And there's another interchange there with the metro and another interchange there with the metro. But I think that's going to be the solution to the problem, is they'll pick up passengers and then just drop them off at the next stop where the metro is. And all the way along there's interchanges with the metro, and then there's a little interchange here with the bus as well. Right guys, we are 22 minutes gone in this episode, so I think I'm going to end it here. I'm going to end with a quick look at the Carmine line to see how that's doing. And again, we've got trams running full. So maybe I should be changing what vehicles we have. And these stops are very, very popular actually. There's another interchange with the metro there as well, which I hadn't factored in. And there's kind of one here. Yeah, there sort of is. So yeah, it's going to be different. It's going to be unusual to get used to, but then once we are used to it, I think it's going to be quite successful. But like I said, I am going to end this episode here. So I haven't got anyone to dedicate this episode to, I don't think. Need some new people to comment on these videos. You know, if there's anyone out there who you know who likes this game and likes these types of videos, by all means recommend their channel. Recommend their channel. If they've got a channel, then by all means, as long as it's not spamming, recommend my channel to them. I know there's a couple of people out there who have recommended my channel to their friends, and their friends have actually got in touch and let me know that. So that's awesome. I'm really pleased when that happens, because that's when you know that your channel's starting to become something quite successful. But anyway, I'm blabbing now. So I haven't got anyone to dedicate this episode to, unfortunately, but hopefully in the near future there will be some new commenters on my videos that I can dedicate episodes to. In the meantime, thank you very much guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button below. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.